they had the new general in charge thing on Bliss on the news. And I said it out loud. Well, listen to that fucker. I don't need to hear him. If you don't stand up for the Lord's Prayer, okay. Do I need to talk to you? You know, you know what's right. You know what I did was right. And you know you should stand up with me. Okay. And you're at Fort Bliss, brain chemical addicted, taking a paycheck to mass, engage, get other people addicted to mass murder. Do I need to talk to you? You listen like shit. Why should I talk to you? Right. So you get this thing where it's like, nah, I don't need to talk to this asshole. Look, relationships. Relationships going to be the drama on the train and the you heard Love Sick. It's one of my favorite Guru tunes. But or Gangstar. But man, people like relationships, because they think I'm jealous of this and jealous of that. And I've never been a very insecure person. I didn't feel as intelligent as the intelligent people when I was in school, even though I knew I was. I didn't feel insecurities. I just didn't, I was, well, remember they put me in that honors class with all the student council and the student body government and all that, and the Asian girl that had a crush on the South African guy, and they all kissed his ass, and I called him on his shit in class. Well, that's mighty white of you, right? Teacher loved it. She was like, or you could tell she didn't get mad at me. She didn't stop me. It was like, and I said, because I was real cool about it too. I said, we can't really criticize you that much because it wasn't but 2 decades ago in our own Southern United States that we had the same bullshit, right? But you don't try to justify the bullshit by saying, well, those Africans are really bad people. Well, you treat them like shit. How do you expect them to walk up to you and say, hey, governor, good luck, governor, chimney sweep, right? So just do right by people and stop being an asshole, and don't try to justify being an asshole because they act like criminals and shitheads because you treat them like shit. And that's just fucking stupid. Malika, do you understand? It's bata time, right? Motherfucker. I've been this way my whole life. I'm Mary Ann's Ed Rouse boy. My dad has this kind of in him too. But my dad has that thing where he's raised as part of the group. He has that Donald Trump kind of, we don't say that in front of the women, but we can talk shit about him in the locker room. And I'm one of those type of guys, Bob's mom around. Oh, that's mighty, Oh, you do that for her because, I guess I'd fuck her. Oh, you do that. You do that favor for her. Oh, you'd fuck her. Wow, you're awfully charitable, aren't you? See, that's how I was. Oh, really? You'd fuck her. Wow. Bet she'd appreciate that. Asshole, right? And I've always been that way. And I'll say it even if the girl's not around. Like what happened with Pepino when he did what he did because of what they all did about Rebecca Martinez when I was in 6th grade, right? And so you just got to stand up. You have to. If nobody else is going to do it, you have to do it. You naturally, you'd like it to be the older guys. You would like it to be the guys that are a little bit more physical, have more physical stature and have more respect because people are intimidated or scared by them. You'd like it to be the teacher around or the cute PE teacher that married Miss Rodriguez, right? But there was no one else, so you have to do it. The fuck for the buck stops here, right? So you do. And you don't be afraid, because what would Jesus do, right? And you get these assholes at Fort Bliss. It's like it seems almost impossible to teach you guys to be a man and then help women understand what it's like to love and be loved by a man. It's in watching those Marine commercials because I get upset and I say, yeah, I get it. I understand. They've been talking, the Holy Crusades. And he told me that you hypnotized him and sent him on that crazy crusade. Whoa, mother always did like Richard Best. Got a daisy thumb, right? Pretty stuff, right? So, and it works with all of us. When they did Desert Storm, I went to go sign. When they did 9/11, I went to go sign up for the military because I was pissed because they killed, poor people. They killed janitors and daycare workers and shit like that. Okay, all the people that, the stockbrokers that are real shitty and up to no good, they were in the Bahamas and where they should be all the time. And when they're not, they're with some underworld spiral right from a close friend. Okay, so all the people that died in 9/11 in those two towers of evil, okay, were the people that were stuck there and hated it, or the people that just had to do it for an extortion gig. It's like the 5,000 dead people to escort the Pharaoh's piece of shit wife into the next world and serve her there, right? And so, yeah, it pissed me off. Okay, because, you don't kill the innocent people to get to the guilty. And that's what's happening in the world today. I told you, Satan and the devil and the Temple Illuminati and people that are, we'll explain about the New World Order. Well, no, I don't want to hear about the prayer summits and the New Order. I don't need to talk to those people. They stand up for the Lord's Prayer. What we got to fucking talk about? I'm right now, y'all quieting down right now. I am, to the best of my ability, working to the best of my ability to try to get their technology to reflect me as opposed to Jeffrey Hinton, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and all the other people. It's like, we're going to have a monopoly on the market. If you got noodles for fingers and they say it's being creative, then somebody's got a God complex telling you need to act like me, okay? Now, the hands that rock the cradle ain't the wet noodle. It'll drop the baby and give it brain damage, okay? So, woman the fuck up, okay? Be beautiful, be strong, and listen to the sword. And I'm not Edward fucking Scissorhands, and I'm not a Tim Burton movie, right? So, get your shit straight. You want to be loved by a man? Then be worthy of love from a man. I want to be loved by you, and nobody else. Or do you want to run in your underwear in a parking garage to make millions of dollars to sell soda to idiots that I would have walked all over their asses in basketball? They couldn't stop me, okay? When I did Shimmy and the Cocoa Pop, it was attract others to pass to my teammates. And everybody knew that. When he gets pissed because he's had enough of their bullying, he just gets the ball and he just goes and they can't even stop him. He doesn't even have to make a fucking move. Okay? When Skibiak, I can beat him. No, I'm not going to get embarrassed. I'm not going to get beat. No one else is even close to the guy. Okay? Usain Bolt and Jesse Owens and Carl Lewis are all going, that white boy beat me by fucking 5 yards. And he jogged the last 30 yards, 100-yard dash, or meters, or whatever you want to French or English call it. It's just in me. It's just naturally gifted to me. It's just the way I am. And so because people trust me and they love me and they pray for, the Muslims, okay, they all get together and pray for the eternal spirit of the prophets and the messiahs. The line of David, the line of Abraham, so I have billions of people throughout history saying, protect him, take care of him, help him protect us. Let him be the shining way. He's the one who won't waver. He's the eternally faithful spirit. Yeah, I know. Okay, I always knew. Okay, I always knew my whole life from the time I was a little kid. Because Jesus talked to me. And like I said at first, I took it with a grain of salt. Because I was like, well, yeah, we'll see. It's kind of like, because I watch TV. And Jim Jones was a wackadoodle. David Koresh was a wackadoodle. Warren Jeffs was a wackadoodle. George Bush was a wackadoodle. Saddam Hussein's a wackadoodle. Okay? Ronald Reagan talked about it. So all the people that talked about fulfilling Bible prophecy, the guy from the televangelist preacher, the L. Ron Hubbards, and all those people, they're all wackadoodles. Okay. So I was like, well, that's kind of neat and everything that you're talking to me, Jesus and stuff. And I told Linda and Jerry and Demi and all those when I was 13, I'm not going to ask what Jesus has done for me. I know what Jesus has done for me. I'm going to ask what I can do for him. But yeah, I did that. That was great. Good, brave 13-year-old. Yay, Earl, right? And so, which was the right thing to do. You're with me now, and as long as that, let's close now. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Well, I guess we can't close now. Life is eternal, grace is infinite. You always have to focus on being good and honoring the gift of the soul and sharing the beauty of the gift of the soul through the flesh, through holy covenants and real faithful love, right? So I was getting this guy at Fort Bliss and I was trying to explain to him, no, I was never insecure about sexuality or anything like that. No, man, with Law, it was money. It wasn't sex. With Raquel, it was tribalism, and her mom didn't want her to be with me because I was white, and she wanted her to be with black men. But Raquel wanted to be more with me because all the black men she'd been with cheated on her and were shitty and lied and they couldn't control their dick if they tried. You get a guy who wants to be faithful with you. He's great in bed. He's really intelligent. He's more intelligent than anyone you've ever had sex with. He's more intelligent than you are. And then when you're saying something stupid taught to you by your parents, like when we were in that car with Tammy Tam in the back seat. She goes, oh, look at the baby, how cute it is with the white mom with the half-back baby. And Raquel sits there, and Tammy being mixed also, sitting there, isn't the baby cute? And I say, oh, it's adorable, the baby's cute. And Raquel sits there in the front seat and spews out all the crap that she got from her family. What is it? It's not black, it's not white. What is it? I said, try human being. It's a little human being. It's adorable. It's a human being. Jesus said, love one another. Not look at the color of our skin, then judge one another and be complete fucking assholes to each other. Jesus didn't say fight like hell for fuck money. And if you don't get the most fuck money, throw up satellites, invent technology, and abuse people to see who has spaghetti fingers and tell everybody you're being creative when creation only applies to the glory of God, right? Well, I'll fix your linguistics and I'll kick your ass. You better show up and recognize toot fucking sweet, because I'm tired of this bullshit. Now, guys, when our oxygen levels get better, our bodies are going to clean out and they're going to heal. Okay, we'll have better sleep when the Wi-Fi is under control. Okay. And you don't have to go off to exclusive communities to get out of the Wi-Fi abuse. They'll just basically, shut them off, like at night when you used to go to bed in Wyoming and they played the John Denver song of Wyoming and they shut off and it had the little Indian picture and went boop. Only it won't have that. It'll just, what's wrong? There's nothing on. There's no Adult Swim. What do you need to see a bunch of dysfunctional perverts making money off of wanting to get other people to be dysfunctional perverts when money's not real and we're living the Lord's Prayer? Go to bed. Do some yoga. Tai Chi. Get some sleep. Have visions of sugar plums dancing in your head and Santa Claus coming on the roof and weightlifting with a Christmas tree and having Meta take pictures of it with some sunglasses. $10 Okay, do you understand? Okay. Earl's gorgeous. Yeah, I know. I know exactly how gorgeous I am because we are what we do. I looked at my body and I was, I can see why those Japanese women were crying. I looked at my body when I was shooting hips. I was, you look like hell. I still got some decent moves and everything for being near poison to death, but I look like shit, which I've known. But then actually looking at it, at first I was a little infuriated and a little sad. And then I was like, but these assholes did this to me. I didn't do it to myself. Okay, and you don't have to solve problems. When you're the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, you are the solution to problems. So what problems do I have to solve from all these people that are abusing me for being the solution? I love you, Mara.